Okay, now I was at work today and myself and a few work colleagues were sitting there and we were discussing the kind of itinerary for the week ahead and the forthcoming months, and discussing what we were going to do, where we were going to be planting ourselves and the work that was going to be ensuing. And basically we were all looking at each other and saying, oh yeah, because on that day we'll be there and that day we'll be there. And somebody turned around and he says, yeah, on November the 3rd, which is just 3 weeks away or so. And I suddenly thought, bloody hell, Black Ops 3 is going to be in a month's time. That's absolutely ridiculous. It just seems to have, since they, done the teaser trailer and all the rest of it, just seems to have come around really quick. So I know that this next month is going to fly by at the bat of an eyelid. But I got excited about that, I suddenly felt that little sort of child inside of me go, oh great, I can't wait for that, it's going to be fun, I can't wait to queue up at night like I always do and, get that excitement. And at least this time round I kind of know what I'm getting, I know the experience I'm going to have, I know what to expect, it's not like I'm walking into this with my eyes closed. I've just seen a few trailers and a couple of gameplays and then I'm going to take it home and go, bloody hell, this is nothing like what I've seen on the, on the channels and what people have said. Those bloody liars, wagging my finger in the air, it's like I've experienced it, as many people have done. As I say, quite excited about that, but not hyped. And that's the weird thing, I don't feel hyped about Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And, I've felt this for the last couple of years. Let's be honest, last year I wasn't hyped or excited for Advanced Warfare. And I know there'll be people saying, no, I remember you was, you said in your video. I wasn't, trust me. I actually turned around and I says, do you know what, from what I've seen, I'm not sure about it, but it might be okay. I was kind of trying to reassure everybody because people were just smashing it before we knew anything about it. And I was saying it might be okay, I think it might work and I don't like the look of that, but they might fix that. And then obviously they gave us what they gave us and it just continued to be like that. Advanced Warfare for me was just not my cup of tea. It just really wasn't. A lot of you guys know it. It just wasn't my bag. And that's not to say it was a terrible game. It just catered for a certain kind of, a certain kind of play. If you liked it, then brilliant. Maybe you had a lot of playtime in Titanfall. I wasn't really a massive fan of Titanfall, and maybe a lot of Titanfall players were really happy to see Call of Duty take that route. I think to be that excited and enjoy something for that period and length of time, you had to be, I would say, almost conditioned to enjoy that kind of a game. And as I say, that's not to say it's a bad thing. We all have different tastes and different palates. I hate espresso. I think it's the most disgusting drink that I've ever put past my lips. But my missus can stand there and knock down about 4 espressos one after the other. And, wash it down with a Rispresso, which is even stronger. So everybody's different. Everybody has different tastes and different palates. That game just wasn't for me. And I can tell you something now, I've been waiting for this year of Call of Duty to end sharpish. So, going back to Black Ops 3, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited about it, but I'm just not hyped. And I was trying to figure out where that hype had gone. I haven't seen it for a few years. I haven't felt it for a few years. And I honestly think a lot of it's down to kind of overexposure of the games. And I know that they have to do it now, because Call of Duty's reputation and pre-orders and things like that have completely gone downhill. Even though this year I think Black Ops 3's got the highest pre-order rate of any Call of Duty history. I don't know, I think that's what I've heard. But if I think back to Modern Warfare 3, you'd get like the teaser trailer. So they'd show the trailer, the multiplayer trailer, and it'd show a guy running and killing him and then getting killed himself and then using this kill streak and using that bit of equipment, and that was really all you'd get. You wouldn't get too much information. And then following that, you'd get all these big channels saying, hey guys, let's do a breakdown of this video now. You can see the character running here and he's got something attached to him there. Do you think that's a Semtex? He's probably got the thrown knife back. That looks as though it's in the game. And also he chucked something on the floor and we don't know what that was. Maybe it's a bouncing Betty, or maybe it's a robot that blows up in the air when it's exposed to water and eats people. I don't know, but there's always that element of wonder right up until the day it was released, and then you say, oh yeah, that was what it was, okay, fantastic. Or oh my god, that's what it was, it's horrible, I don't like that. But you would get little bits, they would invite the big YouTubers as usual over to these big events and they would say to them, right, you can use a little bit of gameplay footage for your channel, and you'd have Tabe just showing a bit of quick scoping or sniping gameplay, and this guy here using a shotgun. So you'd have little bits, but you wouldn't have too much. It's almost like they said, okay, this is the contract, you can have a little bit of a gameplay, but you can't say too much about the game. We need to leave people wondering, we need to leave people excited and hungry for more. Whereas I feel like now I almost know everything about Black Ops 3, and that doesn't leave me hyped enough to, stand there, pick up my copy and get home and think, oh my god, I just don't know what to expect. Now that aside, I know that they do on these betas and things close a little bit off, so everything isn't unlocked, so there's going to be a few surprises there, but You know, it was the same with Advanced Warfare. Call of Duty Ghosts was a little bit different. I know that, you know, a couple of weeks beforehand, people were uploading videos when they were getting a copy of the game early and their channels were just getting closed down. And, you know, I didn't see too much of that. But with Advanced Warfare, people were going out, just smaller channels and things were getting a ticket, going out there, playing the game. And they were actually turning around and saying, right, you can upload this to your channel. And I just think it almost gives a little bit too much away and sort of breaks that hype. Because I've seen so much Black Ops 3 gameplay on so many channels now. Whereas at first I almost couldn't get enough of it because I wanted to know more. Right up until the beta when I actually played it, and then I knew a lot more. Now I know practically everything about it, and it just, I don't know, it's just not hyped up enough for me. And I think that's a little bit sad, you know, that's a sad thing for me, because it's like they say, whenever you eat a meal, you eat with your eyes first, you know, the plate of food gets put in front of you and, you know, you get time to absorb what's on the plate, and then obviously you smell it, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm getting all these flavours here and there, and that's going to taste amazing, and then obviously you eat it, job done. But now it's almost as if somebody's like force-fed you spoonfuls of the food before you've even had a chance to sit down and eat your plate. And it's like, well, no, I've eaten it now. I know what it tastes like. I know what to expect, but I'm sure I'll enjoy it anyway. You know, you're not hyped up enough for it. And that's how I feel about this. I don't know. Maybe they could have said something like you can play the beta, but you can't upload it to channels. And keep that hype there so that people do know what they're expecting. They do know what they've played. But they can't sit there and just continuously watch gameplays from YouTube and lose that hype. I don't know, I guess I'm just a bluff old traditionalist, you know, I'm just old-fashioned, and I've never been one of these people to sort of discover my Christmas presents and go, ooh, and just tear a bit of the paper off and peek inside. And, you know, obviously act surprised on the day. Wow, socks. I never knew it was socks. How did you know? Homer Simpson socks as well. Bloody hell, bonus points. You know, I like to be surprised on the day. That's just me. So, I don't know, do you think hype has gone, or do you think it's still there? Do you think it's more hyped up than it ever has been? For me, it's just not there, but I'm still excited. I'm still looking forward to it, and I can't believe it's only a month away. Ridiculous. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Much love. Apocalypse done. I wouldn't mind seeing the method behind their madness, though. Let's take a look.
Yeah, this room looks good. Hi, can I join you? Yeah, come in. Okay, so I'm going to put my riot shield here and a trophy system there. Good idea. I'll put one here too and a shock charge there. So anybody who comes through the...